In this video, I'll unbox a Sony A6600 that comes with an 18 to 135mm kit lens. I'll also unbox a Sigma mount converter and an extra battery. And don't worry, Canon users, I have some Canon 90D videos planned because I haven't officially made the switch to Sony yet. In fact, during much of the unboxing, I compare the Sony A6600 ergonomics to typical Canon ergonomics. Since you're probably only here for the camera, I'll put these other things aside and start with the main event. When you first open the box, you get a bunch of literature pretty much no one outside of the most nerdy camera people read. Then there's the very well protected lens, which I'll show later, and it comes with a lens hood that you don't have to buy separately like you do with the Canon lenses. Here's the Sony Alpha camera strap, which I'll probably never use, and here's the battery and some extra accessories, which I'll also show later. Now here's the camera. As a Canon DSLR user, the first thing that strikes me about this Sony mirrorless APS-C camera is the small form factor. This is definitely a smaller camera than what I'm used to, which is neither positive nor negative for me personally since I have large hands, but I can understand the industry shift towards the mirrorless model. If you can pack basically the same specs into a smaller mirrorless body that you can a larger DSLR body, then in theory the specs of a modern mirrorless camera should outweigh the specs of a DSLR the same size, which is probably why the latest generation of cameras has seemingly sped up the arms race of hybrid photo-video performance. If you take the E-mount cap off, you'll see the APS-C sensor, which has a 1.5x crop, making it slightly less than the 1.6x crop on the Canon 90D. Plus 1 point for Sony, except I'll take that point back for not having anything to protect the sensor when the camera is off. Let's take a look at some accessories. The package comes with a charging plug, a charging cord, an eyepiece, and the NP-FZ100 battery that makes the Sony A6600 a little more appealing than its predecessors. Now it's time to show you the E-mount 18 to 135mm lens that opens to an aperture of f3.5 on the wide end and f5.6 on the long end. For those of you who only know Canon cameras like I was not too long ago, the E-mount is the Sony version of Canon's EFS mount. Perhaps in a future video I'll attempt to make the one-to-one comparison for those in one brand system who are curious about the other brand's version of a particular camera or lens. Diving a little deeper into the Sony A6600 ergonomics, the camera has a tilt screen that makes it a useful vlogging camera. But I much prefer Canon's flip-out screens as they are more versatile and feel easier to quickly execute. Another difference from those coming from Canon is the battery door, which does not automatically lock when closed the way it does with Canon cameras. And of course you want to see what the camera will actually look like as you use it, which is with the lens attached. Here's the profile with the lens at 18mm, here's the profile with the lens at 135mm, and here's the Sony A6600 with a lens hood on the lens. Personally, a definite plus with this camera is the hand grip, which makes the camera easy to hold, especially combined with placing the other hand under the zoom lens. Here's the extra battery, which is exactly the same as the one you saw me put inside the camera. So we'll move on to the Sigma mount converter, which I bought to adapt the Sigma 18 to 35mm f1.8 art lens for Canon EF mounts onto the Sony E mount of the A6600. This Sigma 18 to 35mm f1.8 art lens is not cheap, and in fact it has drastically increased in price since I bought it a year ago, so it's more cost effective to buy an affordable adapter that will enable the use of this lens on different cameras. Right now I have the lens on the Canon 90D that's filming this unboxing right now, so I can't show you the live Lego connection of all the pieces together, so here's an image of the result. And there you have it. When I'm able to locate the misplaced screen protectors I ordered for the Sony A6600, only then will I feel comfortable enough to take it outside to test it. The Amazon app posted an image of the package in my mailbox last Saturday, so I'm guessing some random person just took it out of the mailbox.